Now we all know of towns and cities with more than 2 stations. But what about a village with 2 stations? What about a village with 2 piddly stations that's known as the piddliest village with 2 stations? For our first visit of the year for Visiting Piddly Stations, you are having 2 for the price of 1. Welcome to Tyndrum. But which one are we going first? Cue the music! Yes, good morning from a very picturesque West Highland here in Scotland. We are at Tyndrum, which is renowned as the piddliest village with 2 stations. Last time I checked, 137 people were recorded to live here, but it has 2 stations, and both of them are piddly. And as you can see, the first one, I'm going up to Upper Tyndrum, and I'm hoping I've got about 5 minutes to get there before we get to see a sleeper train. The first on Piddly. Came here, well, yesterday actually. Today's a Saturday. It's a bit of a climb, that. And yeah, we came here last night. We came up on the sleeper Thursday night to Friday morning. Went up to Malaga by Fort William yesterday and came back here as our hotel was here in Tyndrum. My word, very unfair. I need to get back on it when I get home. But anyway, we have reached Upper Tyndrum, and I can see, I mean, the road to it is just a narrow country lane. It's paved, but here it is, Upper Tyndrum. Onwards travel, we'll come back to that. So, like most West Highland stations, it is an island, and to get on it, we've got to go under to go up. So we've made it, and I think this beats Pontryfeinig as the most scenic piddly station yet. Fantastic line for scenery, this. But we're between Crinlarich and the Bridge of Orkney Rannoch, and the line, well, if you've done the West Highland line, it is absolutely stunning. But yeah, just wait for the sleeper train to come in and go up to Fort William, and then we will talk Piddly. Right, annoyingly, I think there's a bit of flooding. It really rained last night, and it's actually only just stopped now. It's 8 o'clock, so I think the sleeper has been caught up with it down in Gairloch Head apparently, which is annoying because we've got to go down to Glasgow. So while we're waiting, see if it turns up. Tyndrum, Upper Tyndrum, beautiful, beautiful station. Behind me is the old station building, Swiss chalet style, with a mountain behind it. And yeah, it's just piddly. It's upper. It was renamed Upper Tyndrum during the 80s when RETB was brought here, because of course Tyndrum Lower, so you had Tyndrum Upper and Tyndrum Lower. Tyndrum Lower was on the Oban line, which we'll do later, but Upper Tyndrum used to be a signal box here back in the day, when RETB radio block token whatever came into fruition and the signal box closed here. It was renamed to Upper Tyndrum. So that's a fun fact for you. And yeah, there you go. I love these West Highland line stations. Island platform, lovely station buildings, and the scenery. You know, it just doesn't do it any justice. You've got your radio masts in the way, but it is beautiful. And like I said, we did the line yesterday to Malaga and back here to Tyndrum. Stunning. Even though yesterday, when we got here with the sneaper, it was snowing and Rannoch Moor was completely white on the way to Fort William. Coming back last night, it was gone. And still a bit of a reminiscence of yesterday's snowfall on the top of the mountains. But it's warmed up. We're going to Edinburgh in a minute. It's 20 degrees there today. So yeah, Scottish weather, absolutely bonkers. Okay, let's go and explore, see if anything turns up. Ooh, nice water feature. So yeah, the old station buildings, it was staffed, I think, until about the late 70s, early 80s. I believe there was someone using it recently, but it doesn't seem to be much life here at the moment. But yeah, an island platform. See if we can find any posters. So it's just checked, it is running 10 minutes late, so we'll wait for it. But in the meantime, let's just crack on and see what we've got. So, beautiful information sign here. Where are we there? We're right at the top here, Tyndrum. At the top of the Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. And there you go, here we are, this is the Caledonian Sleeper. Next departure is Sunday, because it's Saturday. But we are waiting for the sleeper. So we've got a help point, customer information. There's no timetables up here, I believe. So let's go and see. Look at that, what a beautiful setting this is for a Piddly station. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Upper Tyndrum, everybody. So no, like I say, timetables, but we do have an onward travel information poster. There is a bus stop on just the bottom here. I've seen it. Bus stop. Don't know what other buses are like. No taxi rank, anything. Village, 600 metres away, 10-minute walk, and that's it. So there you go. That's your lot. Not a lot here in Upper Tyndrum. Right, let's go talk numbers and see the sleeper. With no timetable information about, I've just had a look. 3 trains each way a day, ScotRail, from here to either all the way to Mallaig or Fort William, and then the other way to Glasgow Queen Street. And of course, every night, bar Saturday night, 1 service a day from here to London Euston, and that's operated by the Caledonian Sleeper. Passenger numbers wise, yeah, it reflects that. 4,076. 4076 used Upper Tyndrum last year. Makes sense, really. It is, well, Lower Tyndrum's closer to the village. I think get a better train service as well from Lower Tyndrum. We'll see that in a minute. But like I say, 4,076 people. You can get a sleeper to England's capital from here. And only 4,000. I think it's not the piddliest station on this line. There's quite a few which I passed through yesterday that we could have. But yeah, so there we go. Upper Tyndrum, everybody. Right, just got to wait the sleeper to come in. We'll go back down to do Lower Tyndrum. And just like that, peace is restored to Upper Tyndrum. Right, let's go and do Lower Tyndrum. Way! As we reach back down onto the main road, which is quite busy. Why does Tyndrum have 2 stations? Well, obviously it's pretty evident. There's 2 lines here, obviously. That line to Fort William, the line to Oban. So a village of 140 odd people here gets 2 stations. A bit like New Mills, really. New Mills, Newtown, New Mills Central. But here, it is a piddly village. It's piddlier than the village I grew up in. And that says something. Right. Let's go to Lower Tyndrum before I get some breakfast. And hopefully get somehow to Glasgow because of the flooding. We'll see what happens. Tyndrum's a popular stop-off point because just like the railway, this is where the road splits, goes to Fort William, goes on to Oban. And the railway does the same, but down at Crinlarich, of course, that's where all the action happens, where they detach and attach. Very, very pleasant area, by the way. Like I said, we stayed in the hotel here last night. Very peaceful, very quiet. Not this one. I think that opens later on in the year when the coaches start turning up. I'd guess summertime. It's a little bit busier here. Right. Yeah, pretty. Again, look at the view here as we approach Tyndrum Lower. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. As I wade through some mud. Beautiful. It's also on the West Highland Way. And there's a sign for it. And here we are. The station. Tyndrum Lower. Here we go. More cars parked here. So here we go, this is it. Tyndrum Lower. Beautiful. Right, so a bit different to Upper Tyndrum. It's just a single platform. And there we have it. That's it. That's all we've got. So we're getting the next train. It's 8:24. Next one's 9:59. That's the next train we're going to get. But yeah, there's nothing much really to say here. It's just a lovely island platform in some forests surrounded by hills. That's all you need to say. This is the Oban line. So obviously Crinlarich, it begins and goes quite a very scenic way. I have done it a few years back to Oban. But that's it. It's not as glamorous as Upper Tyndrum. There's no Swiss chalet building, just a bog standard Merseyrail looking bus shelter. But it is a little bit better used than Upper Tyndrum, like I said, because probably it's closer to the facilities, the hotel, the shops, the cafes. That's here. And that reflection in numbers is minimal, but it does get more. Do you want to know how much? 4,650 Tyndrum Lower gets, compared to the, what was it, 4,056 for Upper Tyndrum. But yeah, just like Upper Tyndrum, no timetables here. Train wise, I could say it's Oban that way, Glasgow Queen Street that way. Let's see how much they get. So the onward travel poster, yeah, it's just like the one in Lower Tyndrum, isn't it? Just this different map station at the bottom. So yeah, there you go, onward travel, just like it was in Upper Tyndrum. It's just got the Tyndrum Lower map on it instead. So each way from here, there's 6 trains a day actually, which is quite a better service compared to Upper Tyndrum. So 6 trains each way a day to either Oban or Glasgow. On a Sunday, I believe, there's an extra one as well to Edinburgh, so you get 7 a day. Not bad at all. But like I say, today there's cancellations later on due to forecasted severe weather, but we'll be on our way out of here by then. But yeah, 6 trains Monday to Saturday, and like I say, on a summer Sunday, I believe it's 7. And that goes to Edinburgh. So very impressive. You know, it's lovely here. Come and have a visit. Stay in the hotel we did. It's very peaceful, very tranquil, and very serene. Right, that's it. I'm going to go for some breakfast now. I hope you've enjoyed this brief first episode of Piddly Stations for 2024. We'll be back doing more across the UK soon. Until the next episode of Visiting Piddly Stations from a very beautiful Tyndrum Stations. Ta-da!